Good morning, everybody. It is June 7th, 2017, and you're watching MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. This is where we check out everything that's going on in Asia, and it's been an interesting overnight amount of action. The markets basically are on hold. For all intent and purposes, you're starting to see that the Asian markets are setting that tone until we get into the Comey hearings here in the States with the former FBI director. We're going to also see what the results are of the UK elections. And then finally, the ECB is going to be coming out with their policy statements and decisions. And that has been definitely been putting the market on hold pretty much so globally at this juncture. But taking a look at the Nikkei finished up 4 points. So it's firming up after a pullback yesterday, as you can see, and the bulls are still clearly in control in Japan. What's notable is that in Japan, you saw that there was some mixed reaction with the exporters. You had Toshiba up 3.4%. That could be more of the fact that they're going to unload their chip segment of their business potentially. Heard some discussion that Broadcom might be a bidder now as well. We did see that Sony, though, did pull back about a little over 1% overnight. So we're seeing some of these net exporters basically starting to be mixed. We saw that action yesterday, especially with the strength that we continue to see in the Japanese yen. If that continues, I think that the Japanese markets are going to be more volatile, but watch that 20-day moving average on the Nikkei index. Taking a look at the Shanghai Composite, we saw in China that the PBOC, the People's Bank of China, they raised the yuan fix, that's their currency, for the 6th consecutive day. Strongest level that we've seen and strength of the yuan since November of last year. So the currency's firming up. The markets are definitely firming up. As a matter of fact, the bulls, as you can see, are taking control in China, both on the short term and on the intermediate term, piercing through the 20 and 50-day moving average on this daily chart for the Shanghai Composite. We've been watching this, folks, and I've been talking about this. The market's been coming down but consolidating. This was an area that you can watch now, and the bulls, especially if you're bullish on China, looks like the Chinese markets are starting to heat up for the bulls right now. The Hong Kong markets, the Hang Seng, fell about 23 points. Now, this has been a market that's been pretty solid as far as a natural grind to the upside. The weakness really came in the overnight session in property names. There's still continued risk of what the regulators are going to do on lending standards. They're tightening it up, obviously, with their currency strength. This is going to put some potential pressure on areas and segments of the markets like the property segments in Hong Kong. There's been a lot of flight from mainland China for the last couple of months. So while the Chinese markets on the mainland have been going down, Hong Kong markets have been flying up. Let's see if that continues. And then finally, taking a look at India. A broad-based rally yesterday after what was a pretty decent pullback. Finished on its lows, but in the overnight session on Wednesday, the bulls took control, and you saw broad-based gains with a nice bounce going into India and into all of this geopolitical and so forth kind of events that are occurring. So interesting action, little muted, but mixed at best. So we'll keep our eyes on this going forward, but join us at 7:45 Eastern or Central, Eastern, 6:45 Central. We'll be back on and talking about everything about Europe. So see you then.